Up until this point, we had no real plans for the next week of our trip. Just before leaving our campsite in Delphi, I stumbled across something online on a Dutch travel platform about a place called Pelion. It looked pretty cool, so we decided to just go for it and let it surprise us. The road there already seemed worth it, taking us from central Greece to the region of Thessaly, through mountains that are used for skiing in winter. Little did we know that Pelion would turn out to be one of our favorite places in all of Greece. The Greek mountains. Who knew there were so many of them, and that they rose so high? I certainly didn't. We seemed to drift endlessly from one mountainous landscape into the next, each one unfolding into another. The mountains of central Greece give way to the mountains of Thessaly.
I just want to be in the zone.
We didn't look into this part of the trip, so Pelion was a bet, a guess, a gamble, and man did we hit the jackpot. It was all of Greece that you want put into one place, with the most stunning beaches we had ever seen, the clearest waters, the most wild feeling, the kindest people, the incredible food, even the best island vibes without it even being an island. And on top of all of that, it turned out to be an adventurous place too. And we did one of the best hikes of our trip right there, without us even knowing what we were getting into. We were told by the campsite guy that 2 beaches down the coast was even better than the beach near our campsite. So we of course had to go and see for ourselves.
Oh my.
We were told to follow the signs, and that it was really easy.
Oh wow.
A 2-hour hike down the coast, that's it. But somewhere between what he said and what he meant, there was lost in translation. So with a bit of water and our beach bag, we walked off. Little did we know, there was one sign for different paths. There was not just one to follow. And before we knew it, we were lost.
And now we are in an area called Pelion. We're in an area called Pelion, and we came over to this area with no idea of what it was. We've never heard of this area before, and we're getting to the last week of the trip, and we just sort of put our finger on a map and said, let's go there. Everything else up until this point had been in a rough penciled form, but there was no pencil at all for this last week to 2 weeks of the trip. And we got to, where did we get to? We were in Delphi for the last couple of days, which was, I must say, really good, better than what I expected it to be, because we got around the whole area and went up to some ski villages and caves, and of course the ruins of Delphi and the sanctuary as well, and all that. So we got up to that point, and then we ran out of puff in the sense of planning and where we're going to go. We couldn't be really asked to sit down and make a plan, so we just said, here, we're going here. And this is where we are. This is that here. And it's really blowing our expectations. It's an incredible place. We're on the east coast of central Greece. 4 hours up from Athens and about 2 hours down from Thessaloniki. And this is also a skiing region up here. There are ski fields as well. In the winter this place gets a lot of snow, we imagine. And in the summertime you get this.
5 centimeters of snow,
Yeah, he was under exaggerating, I think, but they do have ski fields here, and it's an incredible place. It's almost, I don't want to say it's hidden away from everything, because there are a lot of people here, but it's just definitely not on everyone's to-do list when you come to Greece. But it is by far, this is within our top 3 of places I think that we have been to. And today we're doing a hike from Papanero beach along the coastline to another beach which we don't know the name of, or we don't know the pronunciation of the beach more than anything. We don't know the correct way of saying it, but we'll put it up somewhere. It's about a 2-hour hike down and 2-hour hike back, and you just follow the coastline, and on some roads as well. It's all sort of interweaved into roads and paths and things, like paths like this and that and this. But it's really neat. So we thought we'd better catch up, because we're down now to our last week. In a week's time we will be home. We need to summarize what we have done for the week that we haven't, well actually probably 2 weeks since we've really done anything vloggage wise, because we've been in Naxos, we didn't do anything there. We're up in Delft, we didn't do anything there. Here we are, last week of the trip, and we're off hiking.
You did film something in there.
We filmed stuff, but we didn't. Did we?
Did talk in Naxos.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, well, there we go. I did talk in Naxos. But this is what we're doing today. We're doing some hikages. We're about half an hour into a 2-hour hike down, stay at the beach, 2-hour hike back. Is that about right? Yeah. That's what we think it is. You never know when the Greeks tell you something. They just.
I thought it was 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
You thought it was 1 hour.
Yeah, the Greeks just tell you what you want to hear, not what is true. Here you go. Yeah.
Wow, that's steep.
It's an incredibly steep trail here. I'm gonna keep on going. This is fucking steep, and this is, I don't know how well you can see behind me, but god damn, this is steep, incredibly steep. First part was just, well, most of it was just along the beach. At least we're in shape. Ooh, this is tough going. Fucking tough. That's one of the toughest walks we've done.
Oh.
We've made it to what we think is the summit of this ridge.
That's what we hope it is.
There hasn't been anyone up here for a long time. This little hut is just...
All right, little update. We fucked up big time. We thought it was going to be an 1.5 hour hike. What turned out to be 3 hours. We didn't bring any food. Luckily, we did bring water. So, as the other one was going up. So I think we still have a little while to go. What do you think?
Oh. Hey.
I can see water. I can see the sea. So we're not back yet at where we stay. But see that? We can go for a swim.
Gamugari.
Moeder die zegt, nou jullie mogen trots zijn op jezelf hoor, dat je helemaal zo ver loopt en zo hoog. The next day we jumped on the bike and we drove to the beach we were looking for yesterday. And I'm glad we did, as it was one of the most stunning beaches we had ever seen. Close to one of the best beaches we had ever been to in Greece.
Yeah, I know, but that's when I noticed the length.
Today we wanted to do something different than swim or ride the motorbike. So we took a train up into the hills in the peninsula. It was a tourist train, and it was more hype than what the tourist information was saying. It was pretty good. It was just nice to do something different. The views were cool, and the train takes you up to a small, isolated little village.